Hi, this is Marci, and welcome to our X39 review with testimonial. Boy, today do we have a testimonial. We'll go over that, and then we'll talk a little bit about the product and a little bit about how you can get your patches. So we have Sandi today on, and she's going to tell us her story of bowels, brain, and boobs, and what's been going on in her life, and how the X39 has made such a big difference for everything that has to do with nerves. So with that, Sandi, why don't you unmute yourself, see your beautiful face, and let's talk a little bit about how it all started when you were a little girl. Are you there?
Okay, there I'm unmuted. Hi.
There you are. Hi.
Hi there. Oh, and so I love that you mentioned the line bowel, brains, and boobs, because basically that's the consolidated version of my health journey. And like all of us, we're a lot more complicated than little buzz phrases. And in between, there's so many stories and so many nuances, which we're not going to go into today. But the main value of doing this together, and I think I heard this from you, Marci, we do this so that we can add value to each other's lives. And that's why I'm doing this. I'm hoping that by sharing my experience with the patch, which I am out of my mind thrilled about, I just had to share it with everybody. So just by way of a little bit of background, I had a 30-year marriage to Jamie. Jamie died of advanced Parkinson's disease in 2016, and we chose death with dignity. So in the background of a happy 30-year marriage was a compromised immune system. And I also had a successful career. I specialized in marketing and public relations and in launching cable networks. So basically I was a successful public relations professional in the entertainment industry. And Marci got a kick out of me mentioning some of the companies that I'd worked with, because I worked for HBO and I worked for Showtime and Marvel. And I guess one of your boys or something is a Marvel fan. And she said, "Do you know the man?" And I said, "Stan the man?" And she said, "Yes." I said, "Well, my office was next door to his." And so now she's treating me like a celebrity. So that's okay. You treat me any way you want, but it's just me. And that was then, and this is now. And I went on to have a life as a seminar developer and an educator. And while all this is going on in the background, I did not have a bowel that was properly functioning. And it started since when I was young. I remember having forced enemas. I remember my aunt being called over so that she and my mom could hold me down on the bed, because who wants to have that happen to you? And so there's a lot of emotional stuff that also goes on with our health too. And so all of that has been complicated into what's been going on with me. And so after 3 rectocele repairs and a colon resection, they took out 10 inches of what they called a redundant colon. What a surprise, my body wasn't done. It ended up developing MS. So I have what they call the good kind of MS, which means it's tumefactive. I'm very fortunate. Only 1 in 1,000 people has this. So although I did used to work with a walker and then I progressed to canes, I haven't worked with a walker. I haven't walked with a walker or canes for years now. But I always had a bit of a limp until about a month ago when I started the patch, and now it's almost gone. So after 13 years, so there's nobody more shocked than me. I mean, I had made peace with the fact that I walked that way. I was just kind of dealing the lousy cards that I had been dealt with dignity and humor, right? Because humor makes everything a little bit more palatable. But yeah, but you know, as I'm single now, there's the part of me that was pretty mindful that I have a limp, or had, I have to say had, right? This is still new for me, right? So,
how long, Sandi, have you been on X39?
1 month.
1 month. Okay, I just want to confirm
right,
this. 1 month, and the limp is like you don't limp.
Almost.
You still limp?
Yeah, depending on the stress. If it's a more stressful day, then it, you know. But
and tell them, and I will show the picture when I send the recording. But talk a little bit about your feet. I was blessed enough to see her feet. And what happens with nerve disorders like Sandi's is the nerves don't pulse the muscle anymore, and your muscles atrophy. And what I saw and what you'll see in the pictures with the recording is, what is it, your right foot? It used to be more, you know, atrophied, and now it looks much better. Yes,
it is. So basically what happened 13 years ago at the age of 55, which is why it was hard to diagnose with MS, I got out of bed the way I usually do, and I fell down on the floor. And I wasn't moving. My hand was curled like that. And my feet have been numb, you know. And the way that it was explained to me by the neurologist was that with MS, you know, your nervous system is like the electrical circuitry of your body. And so in the same way that like it goes through your through your spinal cord and through your nervous system, the myelin sheath, like in the same way a wire might have a little, the copper is covered with, you know, like a little tubing or something, that gets fried. So that would be like, that tubing would be the same as the myelin sheath. Right. So when you have MS, the myelin sheath is fried. And so I just have this vision that with the patch that my myelin sheath is getting repaired and that my circuitry seems to be working again. And so at least that's, I mean, I don't know, I'm not a scientist, right? At all, right? But I'm just envisioning. The myelin
sheath allows the nerves to stimulate correctly. And when that's not functioning, and because you also said, remind everyone, because this blew me away, but you said, my feet aren't numb anymore, and tell them what you love to do in the mornings now.
Oh. Okay. Okay, well, so what I love to do, I wake up and I play with my toes. And it's just, because first of all, I can feel them. So I play with them all the time. So after you and I spoke, I actually sent the photo of my feet and your excitement about my feet. I sent a note to my nephew, Andrew, because we have baby Aaron James in the family now. And he sends me a photo of the baby playing with his feet, and the sheer joy on this baby's face. I was thinking, you understand me. That's like how I am in the morning. It's like, so it's just like, I mean, I know that we all love to talk about age reversal techniques or whatever, but you know, so I'm the baby playing with my feet in the morning, I guess. But while we're talking about babies for a second, I'm going to digress 1 second. Please, because I know that we're talking about our, you know, bowel, brain, and boobs. But while I'm playing with my feet, I'm just hugging my skin. I mean, my skin, okay, to be honest, I've always had pretty skin, okay? But it's like baby's tush skin. It's like, I love my skin, I love my feet. And this is somebody that was having trouble getting up in the morning because, you know, there was fatigue and apathy that goes with that. And kind of, look, I have a very youthful spirit. So I was very good at getting through the day. But now it's not about getting through the day anymore. Now it's about how much more can I do? How because there's stamina and there's, I don't know, there's a playfulness to it that is so lovely. I mean, the playfulness came in that little patch, but the playfulness is there.
I mean, Sandi, when you were telling me your story yesterday, I right now I'm wiggling my toes because we take for granted the joy of just feeling our toes, feeling our body. She told me yesterday that she loves to wake up in the morning now because she can feel her body again. Do you understand how we take for granted? We get ourselves all wrapped up in stuff that doesn't matter until it's taken away. And for Sandi, numbness, she can't play with her toes anymore. You know, she couldn't feel her body in the same way. She had fatigue. She was, you know, not feeling like, she had to force herself to do things. And all of a sudden in 4 weeks, it's all starting to move and work again. She knows the difference. And what really struck me, Sandi, was just how in gratitude you are now that you get it back, because you know what it's like to not have it. And most people don't understand. And I mean, I'm moving my toes right now just because I get it. I just get it, you know?
Yes, well, gratitude is very important. I do have a Buddhist practice, so gratitude has been a part of my life for the last 20 years. And that's why I love that there's a spiritual thought process to this product as well, which I don't know if we'll be able to talk about that in a little while, but I know that you wanted me to continue to talk about the symptoms and the improvement. So
we can talk about whatever you want. I just want you guys to know, and we talked about this, she talked a little bit about her bowels as a child. And really, as we were talking yesterday, we believe that, you know, the bowel, and we haven't even got to the boobs yet, the bowel, the brain, the boobs, was a combination, you know, with a colon. You remember, colon is how we move toxins out of our body. And when that colon wasn't working at such a young age, I said, I think, Sandi, you had the perfect stew of, you know, of colon issue, toxic issue overload, and then with losing your husband, the emotional overload, and we're going to talk about what that did with the boobs, but just the toxic overload with the MS. And it was interesting that in the interview with David Schmidt, he talked about other types of neurological diseases being that of where glutathione along with X39 would work well together. And I believe, you know, glutathione is your main body's natural antioxidant and detoxifier. So based on what you were telling me yesterday and about David's interview, it was just all making sense. Of course, those toxins were attacking the myelin sheath that was making your toes not wiggle anymore, right?
And I picked right up on the glutathione. Beth Breer, who brought me into this into this community, the Supernatural Mom, and she is so fabulous at getting rid of all toxins in your body and your home and all of that. She was telling me, besides the X39, about glutathione, and I instantly lit up. And so what happened is I went on the X39 and I instantly started getting back energy and stamina. Mm-hmm. And then with that comes some strength. I still have some more strength work to go, right?
Yep.
But once I started on the glutathione, that's when the feet and the numbing started. So you're right, that combination for me, and I can't speak for everybody that has MS.
That's when the feet started not to be so numb. Is that right? The
correct. That's what
rescinded. Okay, thank you.
And then I got greedy. Okay, once I started realizing what it did, I thought, okay, I'm going to put one glutathione on each foot and then see, because it's not like the left one was great, you know, but it was just I know I'm playing. It's just it's not like Western medicine where it's like you go an OD on it. It's like your body naturally knows what it's going to be absorbing or something. I'm not.
I agree.
So I don't know. I've been playing, and it's been fun to explore how the body is working or not working and how it can work better.
So are you basically playing with X39 and glutathione? Are those your two of choice at this particular moment of now?
It is, but next week I want to start the L-carnosine, because I understand that that's about sports performance, and it has to do with stamina and strength. I could use more strength and speed. So since it has to do with speed and focus is related to that, I wouldn't mind a little help in the cognitive area. I mean, all of us as we age get concerned about cognitive decline. So since sports performance is all about speed and focus and cognition, I just thought, okay, I want a little boost to that. So yeah, I'm going to start that next.
Yeah, but for neurological, you're really feeling that you've been very happy with the X39 and glutathione this far. So let's move now to the boobs. What's going on with that?
Okay, well, you hit the nail on the head when you were talking about when the toxins aren't exiting your body. And 3 weeks after my husband passed, which as if I wasn't dealing with enough, I ended up with a diagnosis of breast cancer, stage 2. There's no history of breast cancer in my family. So I know that everything is starting with my poorly functioning gut. So I had a lumpectomy, and so they took out, you know, the tumor and 2 or 3 nodes, I guess it was. And then I got that call that every woman dreads, that they didn't get it all. So they had to go back in and have a second lumpectomy. So then it's like, I'm done. I've had enough. So I declined. I was not a candidate for chemotherapy, but I declined radiation because, you know, that's very, there's 2 sides to that story, you know, and everybody has to make the decision that's right for them. Absolutely. And it's very hard because all of your Western medicine physicians are really pressuring you to do the radiation. And I'm feeling so proud of myself because I declined. Sure enough, a year later, it did come back again. So I had my 3rd lumpectomy on the right breast. So I'm very fortunate that I had a lot to start with. Let's put it that way. And they did a beautiful job. So at least that's one issue that I'm fortunate that I'm not too self-conscious about or anything. But what does happen though at the age, because I'm 68, so postmenopausal things also have to do with lessening sexual desire, or I don't really have a partner right now to practice, but I think that when I do have a partner to practice, I'm going to be very thrilled with the results, because when I have practiced by myself, it's like, oh my God, it's like I'm 30 again. It's like, are you kidding? It's like wow. So I have to tell you this. I've got a good friend who looks out for me, right? Like we've done business together for years. And he goes, I don't know, Sandi, do you think it's a placebo? And, you know, I said to him, if this is a placebo, I'll take the placebo. I mean, that's like how great I felt,
and didn't you say that you were thinking of having, okay, so just on the boobs, 2 things. Number 1, she's on a hormone blocker, if I remember, right? Aren't you a hormone blocker? Are you? No.
It's
estrogen
positive.
Blocker.
I'm estrogen positive.
And you're on a hormone blocker, right? Or no? No.
No.
Oh, no, you're not. Okay, so let's skip that. But let's go back to you.
They might want me to be doing that, but
I
drag my feet. You know, I'm not so good at signing up for new pharmaceuticals.
Sandi,
you know,
I stopped the hormone blocker too, because it was sucking up all my estrogen, and it was literally,
it drives you out like crazy.
You know, what's that word? You know what I'm saying? Just makes you like, you know, just wilt away or whatever, you know. So you're not yourself.
You're just not yourself. You're just not yourself.
You're not yourself. You do need some hormone, right?
Yeah.
But what I have noticed, at least because I'm a breast cancer survivor as well, is that when I looked up GHK copper peptides, which is what the patch elevates, right? The patch elevates GHK copper peptides, the X39, to actually activate your stem cells, make more, and reset them to a younger state. That GHK, when you go to PubMed.gov, says that it actually makes more fighter cells to stop the fast growing cells. So here's Sandi's on her 3rd reoccurrence of breast cancer. I've had 2. We are both blessed that neither of us went metastatic. It was still localized, knock on wood, but we don't want to risk another one, right? And we don't want to, like, you know, the doctors want to take all our estrogen away, right? Because we're estrogen positive, but by taking all our estrogen away, it like takes everything female away. And it's not worth it for us to do that either. So here comes X39. And I do want to ask you, because you said you almost were going to do that collagen repair. Remember what's that?
I knew you were going to ask me about it. Okay, so
I
I learned, I know. There's a procedure on the market for women. It's called the Mona Lisa. And it's basically like in the same way that you can do a collagen repair on your skin or something to get rid of wrinkles, that kind of thing. It's basically doing that on the vaginal tissue. And so by repairing the collagen, then the secretions and all of that should happen again. I know this is really personal, but let's just say I don't think I need the Mona Lisa right now because things are happening. You know, it's just so nice to.
Well, you have to remember that X39 in 12 weeks stimulates your collagen production, and collagen is all over your body. We think of collagen for our skin and our arms and stuff, but as women get older, you know, collagen is what makes everything soft. And then of course, estrogen is what makes everything lubricated. So when you lose as an older woman or a woman in breast cancer, I'm just going to say it, when a woman loses her collagen and her estrogen, she loses her femininity. And X39 helps to bring it back. And it's awesome. And once again, we need to have a call for the guys because we keep going into the female direction. But oh well. So that's.
But it's super fun stuff. It's very fun
stuff, isn't it? So honestly, so Sandi went from a young child with bowel and toxic issues to a woman with MS whose feet can now wiggle, to a woman who feels like her collagen is coming back, her energy is coming back as a female again. And I'm just so excited. And also, she's this amazing entrepreneur. I mean, did you hear her? HBO, Showtime, her office next to Stan Lee. Like, I was like, bow down. And she also has a big spiritual connection. Maybe just 1 minute on the spiritual thought of this, and then I better tell people how the patch works. We actually had a nice time today. We only have 5 minutes left, okay?
We did. So, well, one concept, because I'm a Nichiren Buddhist, so I'm a member of SGI. And we all have challenges in our lives in the area of relationships or finances or health. Yes. Sometimes we have them all at the same time. And just that structure about, oh, that's how life works. Okay, I'm dealing with something with my son right now. Okay, so that's the area of relationships. So I chant Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. I've been doing this for almost 20 years. And it's a way of, it's my dialogue with the universe is what it is. I know that there are answers greater than myself. So for me, after I got past the self-consciousness of feeling silly, the fact that the testimonials of our meetings really have to do with all of the life changes that this practice has brought into people's lives. And I do feel that the way the patch works is very analogous in that it has given us a structure, because the stem cells, it's like the push button for everything in the body. You know, I mean, I know we all have, you know, it could be a heart issue or a muscle issue or MS or whatever it is, but stem cells is like this universal solution that everybody can relate to. So to me, it's like a Buddhist practice. It's just like, oh, yes, we all belong here. That's at least that's
I love that. And the one thing you said yesterday, and I believe with the X39, you said making the impossible possible.
Yeah.
Like we all have hope again, hope for our health, hope for our wealth, hope for our relationships. Like it's just hopeful. So with that, Sandi, thank you so much for sharing. What a beautiful story and a beautiful light being you are. And I just want to show everybody what she's been talking about. This is X39. It looks like this. It looks like a patch, but it's so much more. It's made out of organic crystals from amino acids. And when you put it on the heat of your skin, the infrared actually triggers a light wave that elevates GHK copper peptides that activate your stem cells, make more stem cells, and regenerate your own stem cells to a younger, healthier state. Much like when you're out in the sun creates vitamin D in your body. That's an ultraviolet ray. David Smith, the owner, inventor, and CEO, figured out how to make different lengths of light waves, high frequency light, to activate and elevate lots of different peptides in our body. Turns out that peptide elevation is the key to age reversal. And one of those peptides is GHK copper peptide that elevates and activates your own body's natural stem cells. David says when you put young stem cells on old tissue, you turn the tissue young again. Sandi's army started marching again. At age 60, the army stopped working. But with this patch, it started working again, and those beautiful young pluripotent stem cells started marching right to the myelin sheath and started repairing because she wiggles her toes now. Hello. Right? And so that's what's really happening here. And it's beautiful. And we are so blessed that that is happening. You want to wear this patch 12 hours on to activate and then throw it away. And then 12 hours on to repair. Just like a light, you need to turn it on and off, on and off. She also talked about the glutathione patch, which looks like this. And I'm going to show that today only because David Schmidt explained that this detoxes you and that there's a lot going on with neurological disorders with toxins and nerves and regeneration and repair. So I like the combination for neurological of detoxing with glutathione and regeneration and repair with the stem cell activation. So that's why I'm going to show those together for today. And so you can basically get the X39 or retail at $149, or you can be a preferred customer for $99. Here's the thing, there's a 90-day money-back guarantee. About 50% of the people will notice something on the first 1 to 10 days. And 50%, it can take anywhere for a month or 3 months. Because here's the thing, stem cells go and they repair whatever your body needs first. And then it moves to the next thing, and then the next thing. And sometimes what your body needs first is an internal organ repair that you don't feel. That's why David, the owner, inventor, and CEO, decided everybody gets a 90-day money-back guarantee to really get this in their system. You can just get with the person who brought you here and say, hey, I want that, or go to their website and click buy. Or you could say, hey, I want to get the pack. I like the silver pack. It's wholesale. It also allows you to share and build a business if you want. And that's $299, and that gives you 3 X39s. And that gets you down to $99, and it gives you enough for yourself, enough sleeves for your family, and even some to share. And when you buy a silver pack, you only pay shipping once. I love that. That's what I did. I started with a silver pack, and then I can still remember when I handed Peter No 5 patches, and he said, Marci, I like this. I'm doing this business and I'm getting a diamond pack. So I said, okay, I guess I need to upgrade. So then I upgraded to a diamond pack, which is 19 sleeves for $1,600. And when I did that, I was active in the business for 3 months. I was able to make a little more commission. But most importantly, I had the sleeves I needed to share because we are not a push business. We are a gifting business, and we just share the patch and let the patch do the work. And we share them in these cute little envelopes. And that's all we do. So if you're interested in a silver pack, a diamond pack, sharing the business, get with the person who brought you here and say, hey, I want to try that silver pack, or I want to be on the diamond pack, or go to their website and click join. If you want more information, go to startx39.com. That's startx39.com. There is a 3-minute video on how the stem cell activation patch works. There's an 18-minute video where David Schmidt, our inventor, CEO, and owner of the company, does an 18-minute science on the technology and the issues it helps you with. David also has 80 patents, which you can see, about 80 research articles, which you can see as well on that site by just clicking research. You can also remind yourself how to wear the patch, as well as reminding you to drink plenty of water. And just so you know, you wear the patch right below the base of your neck or right below the belly button, and then you take it off 12 hours, and then you put another one on. Glutathione, I like to wear right here, right on my Adam's apple. I don't think that's really what women have, but you know what I'm saying, in that spot. So with that, I sure hope that you enjoyed today. Sandi, my goodness, your story. I mean, who doesn't want their toes to wiggle again? It's very exciting. So thank you for that. Tomorrow, Monday night, we will have another testimonial. We're going to be listening to the Williams clan, their family, and their journey in the Washington, D.C. area. So don't miss the East Coast girls. And that will be at 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern. And I will have the recording up today. Thank you so much. Lots of love to you all, and have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.